Hello my dear friends, my name is Sanne and welcome back to another beauty video. And today I have another one of my rainbow tutorials for you. In this series I tackle one color of the rainbow each episode and show you two different ways to use that color in makeup. A more subtle beginner friendly way and a more advanced creative out of the box kind of way. We've already had red, orange and yellow, so today of course we're tackling the color green. And I'm very excited, I have some fun ideas for the green looks. So first of all I'm gonna show you a beginner friendly look, which is this look. It's very nice and subtle and has a great subtle pop of green to it. Very wearable, very everyday. And then I'm gonna show you how to go from this beginner friendly look to this. So let's quickly get started on tutorial number 1, which is the beginner friendly makeup look. Okay, for this simple green look, I'm going into brown shades again first, because in my opinion, toning green down and using green in a more subtle way, it looks great with brown. Green and brown are just a good combo. So I'm gonna go into my Maximore Floral Romance palette, because that has some lovely browns, but also it has an interesting shade that I want to use, which is this one called Leaf. And I don't know if you can see it well, but it's a shifty shade. It has a brown base to it and then it shifts to green. And that would be a very, very good shimmer to use as a subtle green shimmer, because it isn't green from all angles. Now I do have another similar shade to that in my collection, which is in the Colourpop Mandalorian palette. I have swatched both shades here on my hand. I don't know if you can see the shift properly, but this one is the Maximore one and this is the Colourpop one. And the Maximore one is so much more cool toned, which I find so weird since the Mandalorian one is in a cool tone palette. But okay. The Mandalorian one does turn a tiny bit more green than the Maximore one, so that may be a good one to use for a look like this. And then I want to go ahead and combine those, maybe with a more subtle green shimmer on top of it. So just add a tiny bit more green and then add in some gold, I think, because gold looks amazing with green. It's a great combo, but also it tones the look down a bit because it looks a tiny bit more neutral. So I'm gonna go into this shade over here, which is just a bit of a warm toned brown shade. And I'm gonna apply that in the outer corner. Oh, it looks a bit more cool toned on the eyes actually, just so you know. But you just want to grab a nice brown matte. Maybe not too deep, but like medium deep. And just blend that into the crease. I'm gonna grab a different brush because this one is not working with this shade. And I did prime my eyes beforehand using the Makeup Academy eyeshadow primer, just so you know. And we're just blending this brown shade all around the eye. And a bit more in the outer corner to deepen that up. Okay, so now we got a great brown base going to put these shimmers on. So now I'm gonna go into that shifty shimmer called Leaf, this one. And I'm just applying that on the lid with my fingers. Blending that into that matte a tiny bit. And I don't think I'm gonna cover the entire lid, kind of just the center of the lid. As soon as we have that shade down, we're gonna move on to my Chaos Dirt shimmers, because I do want to add a tiny bit extra green in here. And I think I'm gonna go for this one, which is Savvy. And again, just using my fingers, applying a tiny bit of that to the inner corner of the lid. And just moving that on top of that shifty shimmer. And this one is nice because it already has a tiny bit of a gold shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see that. So now we got some subtle green shimmers going on. It definitely has like a hint of green to it, which is what I like, especially for everyday makeup looks. And now I'm gonna kind of like add a tiny bit of gold, so I'm going into this shade, which is Blatant. And just adding that in the inner corner, blending it a tiny bit on top of the lid. And just like that, you have a very subtle green, everyday look that everyone can wear. Very easy to do. I'm just gonna finish up this look and add everything that I want to add, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back with the finished look. This is the subtle, everyday, natural kind of green look that anyone can do. It is a bit deep, so it gives a bit more of a smoky feel. I added a bit of an extra pop of green by adding a dark green eye pencil in the waterline, so that just kind of adds to the look a tiny bit. Besides that, I'm wearing the doe lashes in the style Morning Dew. And on my lips I'm wearing a combination of the Catrice Plumping Lip Liner in shade 10 Understated Chic and the Essence Hydrating Nude in shade 302 Heavenly. It's like my favorite lip combo for the summer. So this is the look. I think it looks great. It is like very subtle green. It's the kind of green that fits my top today, so nice. I think you can just very easily create a green subtle look by just grabbing some brown mattes and add some green shimmers on top, blend that out a bit, and you get something like this. And I think it's really easy. And those like duochrome kind of shades that go from brown to green are great for a subtle look, because it gives that subtle pop of color only in certain lighting. So I really like that. But yeah, that is the subtle green makeup look done. Let's quickly get into the creative and more advanced green makeup look. Okay, I'm priming my eyes with the Makeup Academy eyeshadow primer again. And for this green look, we're going all out with the creativity. And I'm going for an all matte makeup look. So of course I'm going into my Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette. And we're going to use the greens in there. And the white, actually. I'm going to get started with an angled small eyeliner brush, very tiny. Because I want to draw out a shape first. So I'm going to go into this shade Labyrinth, the deep green. I want to say brown, I don't know why. The deep green matte. And going into it with that eyeliner brush. And then just drawing out a kind of like a cut crease shape. And I'm going a tiny bit underneath the eye as well. And I'm really making sure that I'm looking forward while I do this. So I really am above my crease. And we're kind of just doing the outer corner of this. And then we're going into the next shade, which is Granny Smith. It's just a tiny bit lighter. Blend those edges. Then of course going into the lighter shade Slice of Lime. And then when you think that is blended, go into white. This is the shade White Lies. And then I'm doing that inner corner. And I'm making like a little bump out around my tear duct thing. We're really going around the eye in all corners and all sides. And as soon as you have that shape there, you can start filling everything in. So I'm just grabbing a slightly bigger flat brush. I do want to keep it like small and flat a tiny bit, just to make sure I'm not going outside of the lines. And then you can just start filling that in. These shadows blend so easily. And just make sure the color is nice and packed on and everything is nice and blended. You can just go back and forth with different shades. Go over everything. It's essentially not that difficult, it just takes a little bit of time to really get that blend going. Okay, so the eyeshadow is as good as done and I absolutely freaking love this blend. It's looking delicious. It's great. The shape with the blend and the colors. I love green. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add a tiny bit of extra interesting things to my inner corner. So I'm gonna go into the Shall We Makeup liquid eyeshadow in the shade Time Lapse, which is like mainly green. I'm just gonna hold it like this and then go in with a very thin eyeliner brush. I'm using nail art brushes. And just kind of just go over it like this and hope I get something on my brush. And then I'm gonna line the inner corner. Just kind of outline that inner corner that you created with the white. And like that we have added an interesting inner corner. It's just cute, it just adds a little bit extra, I think. I'm just a bit in doubt if I should add it to the outer corner as well. Just to get a bit of balance. I don't know, I'm so afraid of ruining everything. I'm just doing it. I'm just gonna do it. And I like using these duochrome eyeshadows or multi-chrome eyeshadows for this just because they give like a bit of an interesting bonus to the look, but you can definitely use like a regular graphic liner or eyeshadow or anything you want. Glitter is also fun, of course. Okay, so I think that's the look mostly done, so I'll just add everything that I want to add to this look and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, here I am with the finished look. I'm really excited about this one. Just the shape is fun, the addition of the multi-chrome liner. I just think it's really cute. What I use to finish this look, I'm wearing the doe lashes in the style Uwu. And on my lips I'm wearing a Miki eye pencil as a lip liner. And then the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow on top of it. So a very, very fun and over the top and creative way to use the color green, which is my favorite way to use colors. Those were two makeup looks, one beginner friendly and one more advanced, more colorful makeup look. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which one of the two looks was your favorite, and if you're gonna try any of them, I'd love to see it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see even more from me. If you want to see even more from me, my blog and socials and my gaming channel are linked down below so you can check it out as well. Also, click that bell icon so you get a notification every time I upload. And that's gonna be it for me today. I want to thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Toodles!